We're in the room.
What is going on? What is going on?
So we're doing the interview here, yeah? Because as you can see, there's nowhere else to sit.
Yeah.
So I just need to. It's a bit of, you know, what would you say? I'm just clarifying why I'm about to sit right here on the bed and interview Kell Brook, who's in New York City. Are we good?
Yeah.
I like that entrance.
Hey, we're rolling. We're rolling.
Wait, the AC's on. I told you, Terry.
Listen,
You feel that? Feels cool, right?
That heater, I've had to
Lean
sit
it,
on the
lean it,
heater.
lean it.
It's blowing on me.
All right. Special K.
Special one.
How are you? Special one. Wait, hey, fight fans. You know who I am. Here with Kell Brook. Hi, it's nice to see you.
Good to see you.
Hmm?
Brooke in Brooklyn.
Why are you so cringe?
No.
We made this proper awkward, didn't we?
We did.
It didn't have to be like that. But some of you guys at home have nasty minds. So, anyways, you're here in New York City to take on the fight this weekend. That is Crawford versus Khan. Your bestie.
Yeah, my best there. I've come to see the fight, you know,
Yeah.
the pound for pound, what everybody's saying. Number one fight out there in Crawford. I believe that he's going to take care of Khan. And I'm here to, to put it to him. To put it to everybody that I want the fight against Crawford. You know, the best fighter out there. What everybody's saying, the best fighter out there, and I need to get that fight. I need to show everybody that I belong at the top and I can beat Crawford.
Do you believe that Amir Khan has any chance in beating who is arguably the pound for pound number one at the moment?
Me personally, whatever we've got history with Khan, I believe he ain't got a chance in this fight to win. I don't believe he's got a chance to win. I think that he's gonna start the fight. I think he's gonna have success in the early rounds up to 4 or 5 rounds, and then I just think that he's gonna unravel and he's not gonna have his way after that. It's just a matter of time before. At this stage, I think Crawford will, getting his rhythm. It will have worked Khan out, and he'll just start, taking him apart from then on.
His last performance against Vargas, he was with you in Fuerteventura, right? Training. Did you spar him? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
He dropped Amir twice in the fight.
Yeah.
They often say, as you know, in boxing, that you're only as good as your last fight. So, taking from that performance, what do you...
It's hard to really say that, because I could say my last fight wasn't the best. And sometimes top fighters, it's hard to get up for certain. It's taking nothing away from Vargas. I think he's a quality fighter. He's a good guy. He's a good friend of mine. But I'm saying, when you box at the elite level, sometimes it's hard to perform and look the best in them fights where you should be beating them guys in style, and sometimes you don't always look the best. So I believe he's gonna try his best, gonna do his best. But I think Crawford is flying at the minute. I think that he can switch it, he can box, he can fight. And when you've seen them speaking in the build-up, it just looks cold. It looks like he's got something where he's gonna go out there and execute something. And for me, the body language I'm getting from Khan is a negative. Negative. What's coming from him?
Do you think that in his own mind he's already defeated? Because Terence Crawford said that he believes that Amir's already defeated mentally because he's already kind of talking about retirement. So he sort of has this mentality: if I win, I win, but if I don't, I don't. Whereas Terence isn't even thinking like that.
You don't always know. You don't always know, but from what I'm seeing, that's the signals I'm getting. The signals I'm getting is in his own mind. He's already like 5-6 rounds behind. If you want to put it in boxing term, that he's already like looking for a way out.
Now Terence is arguably, and I say arguably, because there are a few other guys there, including like Errol Spence Jr., and then you obviously have Keith Thurman, Manny Pacquiao. There's still some really solid.
Don't forget me, Michelle.
I know. I'm talking about. I'm talking about the others.
Yeah.
So when you think of the best in welterweight, aside from yourself,
Yeah.
who would you say that is? Because it's
you've
argued
got,
between.
You've got to say Errol Spence or Crawford, like the fans out there what are looking in. You'd have to say them too, with the performances and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
You'd have to name them two at the top.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, these other fighters in Porter Garcia, the other fighters, what are they? They're also.
Mm-hmm. So Terence has shown interest in wanting to fight in the UK. You're obviously here to get the winner of the fight. Would you want it to be back home, or would you actually like to kind of bring it over here?
I'd fight at home. Obviously, I'd like to fight in America. I've only boxed here twice, and I think it would be very good to fight Madison Square Gardens or MGM, or wherever. It don't matter to me. I'm a professional. I'm a champion. It's a ring out there. It's me and him, 2 arms, 2 legs, and it'd be a fantastic fight wherever it's going to be.
So let's talk a bit about this beef between you and Amir Khan. Okay, we've spoken before, and I know that you've said that you don't. It's not like you dislike the guy. It's just really you just want the fight, right? Do you feel that it's personal with Amir to you?
It is what it's. I don't really know the guy enough for it to be personal. We're both in the sport of boxing, and everybody. I'm going crazy with everyone wanting to fight, and we're both at the same stage in his career, and it's just like I don't understand. I do not understand why the fight's not going ahead.
Yeah.
Because there's no other fight for us both to have really.
He keeps saying it's always going to be there. That's what he continues to say. It's always going to be there.
It's always going to be there, but we don't want to be like 70-year-old men with walking sticks. We need to do it now.
Yeah.
You want it to be when we're both got plenty of energy, excited. You don't want to be over the hill. We want to be doing it now. We don't want it to be going on. There's no point anymore.
So let's say Amir Khan loses, and now he is open, but you're also campaigning for Terence. Is that something you go for as well? Like kind of take the route he took, take the opportunity at the WBO title, or do you try to make the fight, as you say, that we all want to see?
That fight's there. Like I've been over here. I've got a lot of interest. I've got the buzz. I need that buzz of, like I could start saying the same that fight's always going to be there. We can't. If I believe with what Amir and the Crawford. He wants to fight the best, and I'm looking to fight the best out there. And he's saying that pound for pound is number one. And I know for a fact he's not one of them saying fight this guy, fight that guy. He wants to fight the best, and he'd be willing to take the fight. He'd be there to fight, and it'd be a fight that I'd have the bit between my teeth. Because they mentioned me fighting Madison Square Gardens on the Joshua bill, but they're not mentioning no names and stuff like that. It's hard for me to get up for them kind of fights now. Yeah. I'm at this stage now where I want to fight the very best. So yeah.
Sorry.
Go on.
No, so you were saying, so you would obviously take the opportunity, of course.
I want to take the opportunity, to fight in UK or America, wherever it be, with the fans saying the best welterweight out there. Obviously, I'd love to. The buzz and the excitement and the training camp and having Crawford on my mind, and I'd execute a game plan of beating him. That's what I'm in the game for. Competing at the best.
There was a lot of verbal sparring between you and Khan on social media. There had also been some pretty low blow accusations that he made about you. How does it feel to feel like he could, say those things?
I think it's disgusting him coming out with the things he's been coming out with. I think it's a sport, and he said every excuse is in a book, and him to making things up like what he has, and I'm hearing this kind of thing. It's disgusting to hear. And it's not professional at all.
Right.
You know.
It's just it feels a bit too personal, I guess, right? Like, I mean, it just doesn't.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, he's trying to tarnish my name. He's trying to make things up about me what's not true. You know,
and surely that affects not just yourself but your family as
family.
well. Yeah.
Of course it does. Of course. So, you know, I hope I don't bump into him because I might give him a slap. You know, it's because he's stepped the line. You know, stepped the line there. So, let's hope I stay professional.
Let's reflect back on some of the fights you've had in the past, because when you sort of near the end of your career, and I want to say, I know you're not necessarily talking about retirement, but you are nearing closer to what would be probably the final years of your career.
Yeah.
When you look back on taking the fight, for example, with Gennady Golovkin, do you have any regrets into taking on someone who was arguably that much larger than yourself? Because sometimes when you think about the long-term effects of like the injuries and stuff, it takes you out, doesn't it? It sort of prolongs your return to the ring, and as you know, time is so valuable.
It is, and looking back now, obviously, with what happened in the fight, you know, me jumping up, but I'm a fighter, and it's like at that time, it was so hard for me to get a fight, and I felt like I wanted, you know, I thought I'm world champion now, why aren't these top fighters wanting to fight me? I'm getting promised these top fights, and I just wanted, I was hunting for the biggest fights out, and when that name got mentioned to me, you know, I thought, I'm going to shock the world with this one, a welterweight jumping up to middleweight fighting Golovkin, you know, but it is what it is. It was an exciting fight. Everybody still talks about how excited we were while it lasted, but would I have gone back and done things differently, you know, after my career's ended? I think absolutely I would have, yeah. You know, I would have, you know, I'd still be unbeaten now.
We also have the likes of like Jeff Horn, who is showing a lot of interest in you, saying he'd come over to the UK as well. Does that interest you? Absolutely,
yeah. Of course it interested me. You know, he's a world champion. You know, but I think while things are active at this stage, you know, at the welterweight level, I think that's where I still am. I still can make the weight, and these fights are here now for me. You know, if they wasn't there, then, you know, I'd be moving up to 154, and it opens a complete new door for the new champions and the new division. And you know, like I've got so much to give still to this game, and I'm still amongst the best out there. I just wanna get the fights what I want.
You have that
now.
itch.
I've got that itch. I want to get the fights what I want, and I wanna, you know, look forward to getting in and performing for everybody.
So what can we, you know, expect? Obviously, we don't want to see you out much longer. You know, you're what last in December. If you end up fighting Terence Crawford, I'd imagine be another 3 months from now, 3 months from now, 2 or 3.
Depending how the fight goes, depending if he gets injured, depending, you know, if we can get that fight made in time. You know, it all depends.
So if it can't, then what's the goal?
Who knows? You know, whatever's there. If that can't be made, we don't know. We'll look at the next option.
I'm pretty certain you're in a pretty good position in terms of what Matchroom is doing here in the States with DAZN. I mean, there's a lot of fighters and exposure to be made here in America. So, aside from Terence Crawford, who would be your number 2? Like second choice?
You've obviously got to put Khan still in the mix.
Okay, aside from Khan.
Crawford, and then you've got to look at Porter. You know, I took the red belt off him. He's got the green belt. I can take that off him. A bit like traffic lights, you know, a different colour. Yeah, I like that one. You know, if he wants the revenge there in his mind, I've got the fight with Porter, Furman. He'd love to fight me, and that's an exciting fight. You know, all the Al Haymon boys, you know, all the welterweight boys, we know who they are. Furman, Garcia's, you know, they're the fight. They're the fights. You know, if it can't get made, like there's a lot of politics in boxing. You know, might have to move up. We don't know what the next move's going to be.
It's the only crappy thing, because if you think
about it. It's a crappy thing, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's just like the PBC fighters now having the Fox deal. Yeah. And then...
It's all rubbish, you know, for the fans it's horrible, you know. If the fighters want to fight the best, well, that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
But if you know, took the TV out of it, you know, the politics we'd have we'd have his dream fights. We'd be able to have, like I've seen you put like all these fighters, like all the Furmans, all those top fighters fighting each other. We'd be like, it'd be like that. We'd be like that at home.
Oh, are you talking about like that that post with the Super Series? Yeah, with the middleweights, but now with welters, right?
Yeah. Of course, we'd be like, this. What we're all talking about it. That's how it should be.
What a dream that would be to be able to have like that in like the Super Series.
We'd have it boxed off. We'd have it completed.
Yeah.
But it's not how it's unfolding, unfortunately, for the fans and the politics and the fighting with people at the top. Showing.
So, obviously, at this point, you're only looking for the big names. That's it. Are you good? You're done with the.
I'm ready. I just want the big fights.
Yeah.
When I get the bit between my teeth, I want to train. I want to be on it. I want that. That fear of losing against these top fighters. I don't want these fighters where he should beat this guy. I want these fighters like, who do you think is gonna win? I don't think he's gonna win this fight. And they're the fights what you get excited, you're nervous. They're the fights when you're walking out after a 3-month camp, walking towards the ring fighting the guy who's the champion, who's the big name in there, and they're the ones what really do it for you.
Right.
These other guys who we don't really know of, whatever, you don't always perform your best. You don't get excited about the fight. I want them, the ones, the ones. I want them ones.
Yeah, you want those ones.
I want the top guys, the top ones where I can land them brownies on it.
Oh, okay. Lastly, has it been like, I guess, do you miss your boys back at the Ingle Gym? Do you miss your guys? You guys had some great energy there.
I miss the guys.
At the Galapad.
Galapad, yeah.
Yeah, you guys had some good energy there, right?
We're good to have. You enjoyed it down there.
Yeah, you guys are too much. It was actually a lot of fun.
We had some good interviews. but I miss him.
Yeah.
I miss that Billy character. He's nicked all my gear. He's nicked all my gloves, my protector. Hey, God, you Billy, you have nicked all my stuff. I've got no stuff left.
Your protector, even the one down there?
Yeah, that one down there.
Oh, Bill, come on. No. You don't share those things, do you?
It's all in colour-coded gear, but the top fighter, Barry's fighting.
Yeah.
He's fighting for world title June 15.
It's here for him.
It's here for him.
Yeah.
He's here for him. I want him to do that, go out there and do the business. I've been in contact with him recently, by the way, so let's see what happens.
Yeah.
He's still my boys,
Yeah, of course.
We've been together there for forever.
What do you make of Billy moving over to Ben Davison?
I think Ben Davis is an excellent trainer. I think he's a very good trainer. Obviously, you've got to these friends. Just when I'm looking at it, I just don't like that. Not I don't like, but like being too close to a trainer. Sometimes in the best, you need to keep it sometimes professional. But Billy knows, obviously Ben's an exceptional pad man, and he knows the game. I watched him with Fury through his fights, and he's only a young guy, but he's very advanced for for how he is. I think that he can take Billy to the next level. We're gonna find out in his first fight back with him.
Right.
And see what he.
Will you be there? May 18th.
I'll be there. Hopefully, be there. Unless I'm not in training camp in America or wherever or whatever's happening in that city. Of course, I'm there.
And for you, in terms of training, would you intend to stay over in Spain? I know you like to go over to Fuerteventura, or
I could be in Fuerteventura, could be in England, could be in America. Just depends. You never know where you're gonna go.
Are you hinting something right now?
I'm not hinting nothing. I'm just saying. It depends. I like going to them. It depends, doesn't it? You don't. It's good to mix it up. Being England, being Spain. Depends where we go. Depends where we lay us out, doesn't it?
Okay.
As long as we get that work done, Michelle.
Yep. That's true.
As long as that alarm goes off and we're up running and we're training, don't matter where we are, don't matter if we're on moon. As long as we get that work done.
All right. Well, it's great seeing you.
Great.
I haven't seen you in freaking forever.
I know. In New York already.
Like a year. I swear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's been about a year. Hasn't it been about a year since I've seen you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it Spain the last time I've seen you guys?
Ventura.
Oh my god, a year, literally.
It's gone like that.
Like that.
It's gone like that.
Yeah, shit.
And you've actually, Michelle, I must tell you on camera, you're looking younger. I don't know what you're doing.
I'm looking
She's
younger?
she's got all the products.
Using, but something's happening.
Ooh, did you guys hear that?
Plug it.
Well, I'm just kidding. Thank you, I appreciate that. That's great. I'm about to be 35 years old in like 2 months, so.
Yeah.
I want to get you that.
Terry. You smooth operator, you.
Don Telioni.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. What do you plan on doing in New York? Just enjoying sightseeing?
Sightseeing, yeah.
Yep. Have you seen like the big main landmarks? Like, have you been to Central Park? Have you
I've
been
been
to
to Central Park. We've been to Central Park today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big, huh? Nice. Really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, today's a bit cold. Yesterday was nice, but today's a bit shit weather, isn't it?
Yeah.
But let's see what happens come fight night.
Let's see what happens.
And
You never know in boxing.
you never know in boxing. It's the damn truth.
We've had some wicked American breakfasts. We've had some wicked pancakes.
I love
Yeah,
it.
your guys' breakfast
Yeah.
is very different from ours.
Yeah.
Do you notice that your bacon's different than our bacon? Your bacon out there is like the thick bacon. Ours is the strips.
I would say it's nicer. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. And the American beef is
Right.
better than English beef.
No, it's not.
No,
British beef. Love to call it British beef.
Yeah.
No way.
Well, I had a
Here you
T-bone.
got all the hormones in the freaking food you're eating.
I bought a T-bone. I put it as an app. That big.
Can-
Nice. I might have just got a good one. Might have been a free.
We wrapped
I
up.
don't know.
I need toilet.
Yeah, we're wrapped up. Final words, final words?
I ain't got none.
Wait, we gotta get a photo though.
Eh?
Wait. Bye, fans.